Kokology by Machina. Sweets for the sweet. We've all heard the story of a little girl and boy lost in the woods who stumble upon a house made of tempting sweets. And even when we know that it's a trap laid by a cunning witch, it's hard not to sympathize with those hungry children as they begin to pick away at the cookie doorknobs, candy glass window panes, and sugar-frosted roof shingles. After all, what children or adult, for that matter, could be expected to resist such a treat? Imagine you are lost in a dark forest and starting to feel the first pangs of hunger when you come across a cottage made of sweets. After checking the area to make sure no witches are lurking about, you get ready to dig in. How do you set about consuming the house? 1. I just start eating everything in sight. 2. I try sampling as many different kinds of sweets as I could find. 3. I'd find my one favorite sweet and stick to that. 4. I'm not very into sweets actually. I prefer some crunchy mixed nuts. Key to sweets for the sweet. Candy and snacks are not something you give much thought to in preparing, or eat only at set meal times. Most of the time it seems they just end up in your stomach without you knowing how they got there. Personal relationships have a similar way of forming without conscious planning or deliberation. But that's not to say the subconscious preference don't play a role. On a behavioral level, the way you approach the candy cottage mirrors your approach to the world of friendships. 1. I just start eating everything in sight. You are always upfront and out in the open in dealing with the world. Almost like a child in your innocent enthusiasm. This straightforward approach makes you easy for others to understand and accept, but you should realize that not everyone is as forthright and honest as you. Sometimes that honesty of yours makes you just a little too trusting, and you have been known to rush in where angels wouldn't dare to tread. 2. I try sampling as many different kinds of sweets as I could find. The world is full of people, and you wouldn't mind the chance to meet them all. You are a true master at finding the good qualities in others. But your desire to have a little taste of everything can also be read as unwillingness to get too deeply involved with any one person. While it's good to be able to enjoy all kinds of tastes, there comes a time when you're going to have to finally admit to someone, you're the sweetest of them all. 3. I'd find my one favorite sweet and stick to that. If you can find even a single person in the world who shares your interests, tastes, and aspirations, that's enough for you. It is indeed a wonderful thing to be able to find a person who sees the world exactly as you do. But by limiting yourself to a single flavor of relationship, you may be cutting yourself off from the whole world of delicious experiences. 4. I'm not very into sweets. Actually, I'd prefer some crunchy mixed nuts. For you, the word crazy has a positive connotation. Accordingly, Your circle of friends and acquaintances has more than the average number of interesting characters. The life of an outsider has its appeal, and you enjoy the perspective that stepping back from the crowd affords you. But trying to set yourself apart, you may sometimes be seen as someone who's trying too hard to be different. It's important to remember that the people who are most afraid of being thought ordinary are those to whom that description best applies. Kokology, produced by Machina. Credits to Tadahiko Nagao and Isamu Saito.